Hello, and welcome to Words of Hope. Thank you for joining us once again in this space of faith, reflection, and comfort, where we seek to draw our hearts closer to God and remember that, even during life's most difficult moments, we are never completely alone. If this is your first video with us, we hope these words will give you the hope you need. And if you're already part of this community, thank you for continuing to walk alongside us. Today, we will reflect on an increasingly important question. Can artificial intelligence distance us from what makes us truly human? Artificial intelligence is already part of our daily lives. It can help us find information, organize activities, create images, write texts, and complete tasks within seconds. These tools are not necessarily good or bad on their own. Their effect depends on how we choose to use them. Technology can help us learn, make our work easier, and allow us to dedicate time to other activities. However, there is also a risk that we may begin depending on it for things that require our attention, judgment, and sensitivity. The problem does not appear when a tool helps us. It begins when we allow it to do all our thinking, when we prefer an immediate answer instead of taking time to reflect, or when we try to replace human closeness with technology. Artificial intelligence can generate comforting words, but it cannot sit beside us during a difficult night. It can create a kind message, but it cannot feel the genuine concern that leads someone to sincerely ask, "How are you?" It can also write a prayer, but it cannot live out faith, trust in God, or experience the hope that is born within a wounded heart. What makes us truly human is not found only in our ability to solve problems. It is present in compassion, conscience, responsibility for our decisions, and our ability to love even when doing so requires time and sacrifice. God did not create us solely to produce, compete, or accumulate knowledge. He created us with the ability to build relationships, serve, forgive, support others, and recognize their value. That is why one of the greatest risks is not that machines will become increasingly similar to us. It is that we may begin behaving like machines. This happens when we measure our worth only by what we produce, treat people as though they are replaceable, or lose patience because a human conversation is not as fast as an automated response. Real life contains pauses, doubts, and emotions that are difficult to explain. People need time to understand what they are feeling. Some wounds cannot be healed with a set of instructions, and certain problems require companionship, not merely information. Artificial intelligence can be a useful tool, but it should not become our conscience. It cannot decide for us what is right, what purpose should guide our lives, or what place God should hold within our hearts. That is why we must use it with wisdom and discernment. Before turning to it, we can ask ourselves, is this tool helping me grow closer to others? Or am I using it to avoid a conversation? Is it helping me understand more clearly? Or am I accepting answers without thinking? Is it helping me serve others? Or is it replacing responsibilities that belong to me? This is not about rejecting progress or living in fear of the future. It is about remembering that we should not abandon everything simply because it can be automated. We still need to write certain words with our own intention, make decisions after careful reflection, and give our time without searching for the quickest way to finish. We also need to preserve spaces where technology is not the main focus. A conversation without screens, a moment of silence, a sincere prayer, a shared meal, or a visit with someone who needs companionship. During those moments, we remember that life is not only about finding answers. It is also about learning to listen, being fully present, and accepting that some questions transform us as we search for their meaning. God can give us the wisdom we need to use the advances of our time without allowing them to control our identity. We can benefit from artificial intelligence without surrendering our ability to think. We can accept its help without allowing it to replace our relationships. And we can move forward alongside technology without abandoning the values that sustain our faith. The future does not have to take away our humanity. but preserving it requires a conscious decision. Every time you listen patiently, help without expecting recognition, forgive, pray, or accompany someone through their pain, you are protecting something that no machine can experience in your place. Artificial intelligence can do many things, but your ability to love, make conscious choices, and draw closer to God remains a deeply personal responsibility. Thank you for staying with us until the end here at Words of Hope. If this reflection helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear these words. Subscribe to Words of Hope, leave a like, and join us in our next video. And thank you to our new subscribers. We are happy to have you as part of this community. We will see you in the next video. May God bless you.